Welcome to Shomach Shova on the Daf Shiaspan Solu Nishpa Sam Yaakov Shalom Malay Abbas Yitzchok. We're holding it Sanhedrin Daf Pei. The Gemarah, towards the end of Amud Beis, brings that Rav Yecheskel taught Rami, his son, a quote from the Mishnah. And then Rav Yehuda, his other son, told his father, Rav Yecheskel, that he has a mistake in how he's saying the Lashon of the Mishnah. He says, don't say it like this, say it a different way. So the Gemarah goes on into Daf Pei Aleph Amud Aleph, brings that Shmuel told Rav Yehuda, don't tell your father this way. Because when a person sees his father doing something wrong, even in a Aveiro, you should not tell him you did aval tal divrei Torah. But you should tell him, Abba kach tiv b'Torah. So Rashi explains, the Gemara understood that the word kach tiv b'Torah is said as a question. Instead of telling the father you're doing something wrong, just say, is that what's written in the Torah? So the Gemara asks him that, but that's the same thing. You're basically telling your father you did something wrong. Says the Gemara, you have to say, Mikro kosu b'Torah kach. I mean, just tell him the pasuk. This is what it says in the pasuk, without saying anything that the father did wrong. The father on his own will understand that he did something wrong. The Rambam learns the Mahalach of the Gemara a little bit differently. Because the Rambam says that when a person sees his father doing something wrong, he should not tell him, Avar tal divrei Torah, but he should tell him, kosu b'Torah kach v'kach, ki ilu shoyel mimenu v'lo kemaziroi. Meaning, it's mashra from the Rambam. The Rambam learns differently than Rashi. Rashi says, he just says what it says in the Torah, and then the father will understand on his own. According to the Rambam, he brings him a question. What's the din in this case? And he made the father will understand. And the mashmos of the Rambam is just to say, this is what's written in the Torah, it's also a problem. You have to bring it as a question. What is the halacha? These two understandings of the Rashi and the Rambam in our Gemarah is an afkamin of how to learn a Yerushalmi. Anyone who learns the Yerushalmi, Daf Yomi, just saw this in the past week. The Yerushalmi in Shabbos, Perek Tesvav, Halacha Gimel, Daf Tzadik Hey, in the Oiz V'Adar edition, says, according to our Girsa of Shimon ben Yochai, he would see his mother speaking Sichas Chulin on Shabbos a lot. Omar la ima shuptahi. He said, Mommy, today is Shabbos. Now, according to Rashi, and using this Girsa of the Yerushalmi, you'll see in a moment there's another Girsa. This is fine, because our Gemara says that all a person says to his father, says this is what's written in the Torah. Also here, Shimon ben Yochai told his mother, today's Shabbos. He didn't tell you you're not allowed to talk on Shabbos. He says today's Shabbos. Mimila on her own, she'll understand not to talk. But according to the Rambam, it needs to be more of a question. It doesn't sound that Shimon ben Yochai asked a question to his mother. So according to the Rambam, this Yerushalmi doesn't fit so much with our Gemara. Now to add to this more, as Reuven Margolius tells us, the Sefer Chasidim in Siman Kuf Yud, he has a different girsa in the Yerushalmi. According to his girsa, first of all, he doesn't say Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai, it says Rabbi Shmuel. And instead of saying that he just said Shabbos Hayom, it's a much stronger lashon. Amar lo imi shtoiki demili asuri. He said in order, be silent, mother, because you're not allowed to talk Sichas Chulin on Shabbos. And this girsa is the girsa that we have in the Zoyar, in Bereshis Daf Lamed Beis Amud Aleph. There the girsa says Reb Shimon again. And it says, Kachava Ovid Reb Shimon Katchami Le'imei Da'avz Mishtaya. That's what Reb Shimon did when he saw his mother talking on Shabbos. Halo Amalo Ima Shtoiki Shabbosu ve'asir. Be quiet. You're not allowed to speak so much on Shabbos. It's asir. Now this lashon doesn't work even according to Rashi, because here he's telling her clearly in order to stop talking on Shabbos. So how do we understand how this fits with our Gemara? The Gemara says a person should not tell his father or his mother that they're doing something wrong. So Reuven Margolius sends us to the Sefer of Orach Chaim called Rishon LeZion. Part of it is on Yerideo. And there in Siman Reish Mem and Hilchos Kibbutz Avim, the Orach Chaim says that when do we say that a person cannot tell his father he's doing something wrong? If what he did was already done. It's already finished. Or, says the Orach Chaim, another thing. Or, by saying in a nice way, that will stop the father or the mother from doing something wrong. But if the way he's speaking does not help to stop the father and mother do something wrong, so then this is the lashon of the Orach Chaim. Then a son needs to stop the father from doing something wrong in any way possible. So the Chaim is saying a big chiddush to understand our sugya. A person needs to act with respect to his parents, in a way that if he could speak in a nicer way to his parents, he should do that. But if the only way to prevent the parent from doing an aveira is only by speaking in a harsher way, so then he has to speak in a harsher way. And the reason is, as the Rechaim goes on to say a little later there, because they ain't covering neged kvoid yisbarach. Right? This makes sense. The only reason you have to mechabed da'av because hukash kvoid nechvod hamakom. We know that kibbud aveim leads to kavod HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But if it comes to be as a contradiction to kavod HaKadosh Baruch Hu, then we don't say that. So Reuven Margolius is saying this is the answer to the Gemarah in Yerushalmi, or according to the Girsa, at least that the Sefer Hasidim brings, and the Girsa we have in the Zohar. Rav Shimon Bar Yochai, when he saw his mother speaking, the only way to stop her was to give the speaker in a harsher way. And that's why there was allowed, and that's the difference between there and our Gemarah. Anyone who wants to join the Shomach Shava email list to WhatsApp group, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.